Ms. Harkin here?
It was when I first got in here.
Oh, because it's not on.
Yes, and he came and he got the air going, and he said the same thing. He goes, yeah, it's really stuffy in here. I'm like, it's bad. Thank you, Amy. Okay. I'm going to start. I want to go back. A meeting of the Finance Committee is held on Wednesday, August 16th, 2023 at 7 p.m. in the Aldermanic Chamber. Mr. Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Alderman Ben Clemens.
Here.
Alderman Moran. Alderwoman Timmons.
Here.
Alderman Gavea.
Here.
Alderman Camo is here. Alderman Clee.
Here.
And Mayor Donchus. So you have 5 present, 2 absent.
Also in attendance is Ms. Cheryl Linder, Ms. Amy Gerard, Mr. Nick Misovich, and Mr. Sam Durfee. Public comment? Seeing none. Communications.
I'd like to make a motion to approve and place on file a required licensing change in the Lawson software due to the vendor no longer supporting the older version of the Windows Server operating system through Infor LLC in the amount of $39,758.94. Funding will be through Department 122 Information Technology, Fund 53142, Consulting Services / Bond Funds, Capital Projects.
Mr. Misovich?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Nick Misovich, Chief Information Officer for the City of Nashua. As was mentioned, we need to procure this license to continue to be in compliance with our Lawson system. They are end-of-lifing the current operating system that we are running on, so we need to do an in-place upgrade to get to a newer version, which means that this license also needs to be upgraded to match that operating system version.
Are there any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And that motion carries. Thank you. Mr. Clerk?
I'd like to make a motion to approve, place on file, and renew the support of the Division of Public Works Work Order Management Software System, Cartograph, in the amount of $105,157.50. Funding will be through Department 120 Technology Maintenance, Fund 54407, Software Maintenance / General Fund for $84,126, and 81700, Infrastructure Improvements / Capital Projects for $21,031.50.
I guess you're up again, Mr. Misovich.
Yes, I am. This is for the software that the Division of Public Works uses for their work order management system. Cartograph was purchased by OpenGov this past year, which is why there's a name change, and which also spurred a new contract because of that said name change. But the software is identical. They've just rebranded the software, so our data is still intact.
Are there any questions? Seeing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? And that motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Clerk?
Thank you. I'd like to make a motion to approve, place on file, and award a contract for the Land Use Code Update Project to Principal Group in the amount of $375,000. Funding will be through Department 181 Community Development, Fund 53142, Consulting Services / Capital Improvements for $225,000, and 53142 Consulting Services / Grant Funds for $150,000.
Are there, Mr. Durfee, I was going to say, is there anybody here to speak to it? Yes.
Good evening. Thank you, Madam Chair. Sam Durfee, Planning Manager for the City of Nashua. This is the contract that we hope to enter in with Principal Group, who's our selected consultant through an RFP process that we initiated in January. As articulated in the title, this is a combination of funds allocated through the ESCO process, and then we also sought $150,000 through a grant program offered through New Hampshire Housing Finance Authority. Happy to take any questions.
Are there any questions? I just have one comment. I'm very happy this is happening. It's time for us to update our land use code. So seeing no questions or discussion, all those in favor?
Aye.
And those opposed? And that motion carries. Thank you, Mr. Durfee.
Thank you.
Unfinished business.
There's none.
Tabled in committee.
There's none.
New business resolutions.
Before us is R 23-150, approving an amendment to PCS site agreement with SBA 2012 TC Assets LLC for the cell tower site located at 70 Bridge Street. Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion to recommend final passage.
Is there anybody here to speak to that? Does anybody have any questions? Comments? Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
And those opposed? And that motion carries. New business ordinances.
There's none.
Record of expenditures.
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion that the Finance Committee has complied with the city charter and ordinances pertaining to the record of expenditures for the period of July 28th, 2023 to August 10th, 2023.
All those in, I'm sorry, is there any discussion on that? All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
And opposed? And there are none, so that motion carries. General discussion. Public comment? Seeing none. Remarks by Alderman. Ms.
thank you.
Timmons? Yes.
Yes, thank
Go
you,
ahead.
Madam Chair. I just want to congratulate Ward 3 on the fantastic job they did at the Park Fest. It rained on us, but it was at the end, and it was really spectacular, and you did a good job, and you should commend yourself.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it did rain on our parade right at the end. But we did have a lot of really good attendance and a lot of different vendors and people. And past couple of days I've been running around delivering raffle baskets because we had to make the drawing. About 1:45, the heavens opened up. But other than that, it was a very hot day.
Oh, it was hot.
And yeah, it was hot. But thank you. And I did see a number of aldermen there as well, so I appreciated all that. Alderman GOV, I know you were there as well, so thank you. I also wanted to thank everybody that came out and all those that attended the event. It really was a spectacular event. And even places like Habitat for Humanity got a lot more volunteers to help with the house being built on Granite Street. So anybody who wants to help with that, lend a couple of hours. The young lady needs to have 350 volunteer hours. They don't have to all be by herself. She can get volunteers and people that sign up and help her make those 350 hours. And Habitat for Humanity is a great program that helps people get started and so on. I'd also like to send out my condolences to Charlie Colletta's family, a constituent of mine. During the Park Fest, I received a phone call that he had passed away the day before. And I have to admit, I felt like my breath was taken from my chest. But today was his wake and tomorrow will be his funeral. So to his family and friends, I give out my condolences. Any other remarks? Mr. Clerk?
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
And all those in favor?
Aye.
And those opposed? And that motion carries, and 7:08, we adjourned.
Still my 8